A jumbo baby Yeti with custom 40mm sinker eyes, the full Christmas pup dress up pattern bundle. We could also probably do some like, I'm not gonna be able to film this. Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind LA Crochet. And if you're one of my fabulous returning crochet friends, then hey, welcome back. In today's video, guys, we got a lot going on. We're going to be writing a bunch of patterns, you guys. Okay, so the plan is my husband and I are finally going on our honeymoon. And if you're thinking, Morgan, haven't you been married for like a year and a half? Yes, we have, but we prioritized, you know, buying a house and other things. So we are finally going to be going on our honeymoon. So I really need all of the patterns to be written before I go on that trip, just to make everything easier and get everything out of the way. So you're going to see several of my upcoming patterns in this video, as well as a few other things. Before we get into it though, be sure that you like this video, subscribe, and of course, as always, you guys can check out my Instagram, my Etsy, and my Palmstreet, linked in the description. At the time that you guys are watching this video, I think I'm probably going to post this video in like November. It is currently October 22nd, so I'm definitely filming like a little while beforehand. But last night I finished designing the Thanksgiving turkey pattern. So you guys probably have already seen this one. At the time you guys are watching this video, the tutorial is up on my YouTube channel if you guys would like to make this fella. Of course, the written version of the pattern is also available on my Etsy, but right now I need to actually finish formatting and like adding the photos to the pattern, but a little bit behind the design on this fella. So originally this was actually supposed to be an agent turkey pattern. So he was kind of supposed to be like a turkey spy going undercovers to, you know, like survive Thanksgiving. But once I actually got into designing it, I finished the full turkey and I just felt like if I did all of the other elements, like I was thinking sunglasses, hat, you know, like the whole shebang. If I did all of that, it would have just been so much sewing and the tutorial would have been a million years long. So I decided to keep it simple for this year. And we did add the little pumpkin pie there, and he has the pumpkin pie as an offering, you know, that hopefully the pumpkin pie will be the only thing on the Thanksgiving menu. It's a little morbid, a little bleak, but if you don't look too much into it, it's just a cute little turkey holding a pumpkin pie. And then last night I learned that that little red thing that comes off the top of the beak is a wobble. Apparently I learned nothing last night. It's called a waddle. Sorry, it's a waddle. And then this is what it looks like on the back, all the feathers that come up. So the feathers are crocheted directly in. I do just like to take my yarn though and sew kind of along the top here just to keep them in that upward position. So I'm going to go ahead and make one more of this pattern. I'm probably going to do it in the same colors just so the photos will match the actual like listing photos. So this is the color palette. There are quite a bit of different colors that fit into this one just because of all the different colors of the feathers and the pumpkin pie. So for the main body color, we are using Honey Bunny in the shade Caramel. This is very comparable to Parfait Chunky. You can always like mix and match the two of them. I'm using this instead of Teddy Bear with Parfait Chunky because I have completely run out of Teddy Bear, but I did place like a big premiere order a few days ago because they were doing a big sale. Last time I went to place my order, they were totally out of brown. I feel like that always happens, like they're always out of the darker colors. So they were in stock this time, so I think I ordered like 5 or 6 skeins of it. We also have Parfait Chunky Tangerine for the pumpkin pie. I'm going to mix this one up a little bit. I'm actually going to use this yellow. This is Sunshine instead of mustard because I just want to see what the legs and the beak and the feather and everything will look like with the brighter color. Then we've got Toffee for the pie crust, white for the whipped cream, and red for, you know, the feathers and the waddle. The waddle. I need to remember waddle like a penguin. So we're about halfway through the turkey. This is what it's looking like. It does look pretty silly before you actually sew the top up like that so that the feathers remain upright. Because before you do that, they're just kind of like flopping around on the back here. But crocheting the bottom directly into the body really helps to stabilize the feather, I guess, rather than like having to sew the entire feather on. It just makes it a lot easier and really minimizes the amount of sewing. And then we are also also going to crochet the feet directly into the body. And as I go, I'm taking photos of each of the more difficult steps so that I can edit those and then put them into the pattern. So I use Canva to edit the photos, and basically I'll just write like little captions under the photos, or I'll put like arrows or brackets or things like that just to try to point certain things out to everybody. And it usually seems to be pretty helpful, so that's why I continue to do it for all of my patterns. This one, of course, is going to be a tutorial, so there is always that video as well that's going to be linked into this pattern. But there's a lot of people who are, you know, more like intermediate crocheters who I know that they would really appreciate just being able to look at the pattern, not have to worry about the video tutorial, and just having like a full fleshed out PDF pattern available for them. I do really like how the yellow color looks with all of the others. I think the color palette is really nice, really fall-like, really Thanksgiving-like, I guess. So let's keep going and making progress with this pattern. Alrighty, I just finished the Thanksgiving turkey, and this is how he turned out. He is so cute. One of my favorite parts about this pattern is the little waddle up there. So here we have our two turkeys. Between the two different yellow shades, I think I do prefer this one, especially on the beak there. But I'm really glad that I tried out the yellow one just so I could take pictures of how it looked. Also, I think I kind of like this yellow shade better on the back there. But there are already so many different color variations, I didn't want to add like a second yellow shade into the pattern. So we just went with the same colors. I wonder though, what is the name for, you know, like a gaggle of geese? What's the name for like a group of turkeys? Oh, I did not know that. So a group of turkeys is called a rafter. I got myself a little rafter here. See, rafter. Also, my Google search sounds like a joke. What do you call a group of turkeys? We are now going to make a Larry the Land Turtle, and I'm going to make a jumbo Larry the Land Turtle. So I'm going to use these three colors. The white is just for the little toe beans that go on the feet, but this is going to be the main body color. It's just such a really pretty, like vibrant aqua color. This is Sweet Snuggles Mint. Sweet Snuggles Mint. And then I am doing this for the shell. This is Chenille Home in the shade Terracotta. Unfortunately, Chenille Home and Chenille Home Slim are discontinued, I believe, but I do have my little stash over here. So I'm going to be very sad once my stash is gone because I really do love this yarn. Because we're sizing up the yarn and the hook, because I'm going to pair this with an 8mm hook, I also want to size up the eyes as well. In all of the pattern photos, I was using 30mm, so now if I can find some 40mm eyes that would look good, I think I would like to use those. So these are all the larger sinker eyes that I have. These pair right here are 40mm and these ones are 35. I definitely want to get some more like larger size sinker eyes just for like future projects and for instances like this when I'm going to make something with jumbo yarn. And these are from various creators. Like I know these are What's Up Cupcake. This one is from J&K Knotted Co. And looking at all of these, I think actually these ones over here are the ones that I want to work with. I think that this purple color would just look really nice with the aqua color. It would be like a nice contrast between the two. And like I said, these are 35mm, so I think this should be a good size. So I just made one of the tails and one of the feet. You guys, this turtle is going to be massive. Look at how big that 1 foot is. It fully fits in the palm of my hand. And then this is the tail. It's also really big as well. So I am very excited to see how large this turtle is going to end up being. I know that I eventually want to do like a jumbo Larry the Land Turtle pattern, which will be an entirely different pattern with like a different number of stitches and things like that. I wish I still had a regular size Larry made with Parfait Chunky yarn that I could show you guys the difference between the feet, but I sold all of them during the Palm Street Live. So let's go ahead and keep going. It is getting a little late. It's currently like 4 and we're probably gonna eat dinner soon. So let me see how far I can get until it's dinner time. It is officially chili season, you guys, because I have on, hold on, I should probably take them off to show you. The time has come for me to bust out the incredible cow slippers. I wore these pretty much every day last year during the winter months and the fall months. I got them from Marshall's, I believe. Oh, no. I got them from TJ Maxx. So I don't know if they still have them, but highly recommend. So you guys, I made fantastic progress and I've totally finished it. The jumbo Larry the Land Turtle. Guys, okay, we need to measure this to see how large he really is. Okay, so if we do a full circumference of the shell, it is 24 inches around. He's about 10 inches tall, and then let me see here, about 15 inches long. Highly, highly recommend making Larry the land turtle with jumbo yarn. Again, this was Sweet Snuggles Light with an 8mm hook. I did want to do a variation where the underbelly was the same color as the shell, just to show Worcestershire, just to show that you could do this variation also. And I do like it, but I will say I think my favorite variation is just the classic underbelly color where it's different than the top. I really do like that differentiation, but this is very cute too. And of course I mean, look at that vibrant green color, and this is what those sinker eyes look like. The purple color with the teal is really nice. And these are 35mm eyes, so even with the jumbo yarn, these do work pretty well. And of course, at the time you guys are watching this video, Larry the land turtle is already out, but right now, as I'm filming it, today is pattern release day, and I'm so excited, you guys. It's already been such a fabulous pattern release day so far, and I just wanted to thank you guys so much for giving Larry so much love. But there is no time to rest, because I may have mentioned briefly before, so I am going on a little bit of a trip, a little bit of a honeymoon. It's going to be very fun, but because I'm going to be doing that, I need to make sure that all of my patterns are written and ready to go, and hopefully mostly tested by the time that I leave. So even though we just finished the Thanksgiving turkey pattern, we are now going to roll right into making our next pattern. And this next one, so you guys are familiar with the ghost pup tutorial that we have up on my YouTube. So I had a lot of people reaching out saying that I should make a Christmas pup dress up variation. Normally whenever I do tutorials, it's difficult for me to do different mods included in the tutorial, just because then the video would be like a million years long. But because I already filmed the pup in that other video, now for this one I can do hopefully all of the different mods that would be included in the pack. So you guys, we are going to start to work on Christmas pup dress up, and I'm going to try to find, here they are, the different like variations that I was thinking. So ideally I would like to do at least 5 variations. I definitely want to do a Christmas light variation. So just picture like a string of Christmas lights wrapped around the pup, kind of similar to the mummy pup. I also would love to do a Santa variation, a Rudolph variation, and then a Christmas tree variation. The other variation is still up in the air, so I'm thinking I'm going to focus on those ones first and then kind of see where the wind takes me. But this kind of got me thinking I should probably put the pup pattern, like the sitting pup pattern, just by itself up on my Etsy, just as a little bit of a discount. And then we can do the full Christmas pup dress up pattern with the pup and the Christmas mods. And then maybe we should also do another pattern where it's just the mods. Maybe, no, that probably wouldn't make sense. I don't know, I have to think about it. There's so many different moving parts, but let us first, well, okay, yeah. The first thing that we need to do is actually make a pup, because I sold all of them on my Palm Street. So let's do that first. I did start to make this sitting pup with Naughty Pony yarn. Highly recommend, you guys. This yarn is so soft. It's kind of like a mixture between Parfait Chunky and velvety yarn. So I will show that to you guys. But I need to get another skein so that I can finish it. So I think I'm going to order that today. But for right now, we will make another sitting pup variation, probably in the tan color back there. Thank goodness Parfait Chunky decided to add almond butter to like the regular year-round colors. I also placed a premiere order for a lot more because I only have 2 skeins left, and it said that it's shipped, so hopefully it'll be here soon. So this is the color that we will be making this one in. Tonight we're actually going to do a bonus YouTube live, so if I don't get it done before then tonight, then this might be something that I work on during the live. Guys, I am so sorry. I went on a pattern writing tangent in which I filmed pretty much none of the process, so love to see it. But the last time that I left you guys, I was working on making the sitting pups, right? So I could design the Christmas pup dress up pattern, of course, right? Okay, so let me show you guys. Here she is, the Christmas light pup. So we do have 3 variations. This is the first one. So adorable, you guys. And at the time that you're watching this video, this tutorial is up on my YouTube channel if you would like to make any of these Christmas pups for yourself. shelf. The cool thing is all of the different outfits are removable, so you can mix and match them. If you are familiar with my mummy pup pattern, this is basically like a similar idea to that. You just wrap it around the pup, and then when you want to take it off, you just unwrap it. But guys, I love this so much. Look at the little Christmas light wrapped around his tail back there. These are individual lights, so making the light strand is a little bit time consuming, but the detail once it's done is just so worth it, you guys. You could also take this off and just use it kind of as like a decoration in your room, if that makes sense. Like this, you could hang it anywhere if you wanted to. I always like to use the rainbow colors, but of course, if you're making this, you could make it in whatever colors you wanted to, if you wanted to make like red and green or something like that. But yes, this is pattern design number 1 for the Christmas Pup Dress Up series, and now moving on to pattern number 2. So you guys, I was able to get the other skein of the Naughty Pony yarn, and I was able to finish this sitting pup. You guys, this yarn is amazing. It doesn't shed at all. It's kind of like a mixture of chenille and velvet yarn, if that makes sense. So there's no shedding. It is quite a bit heavier as well, so that's kind of fun. But you guys, this is the Santa pup variation. He's so cute. Shout out to Tracy for the idea of putting the belt detailing actually as a collar. Whoops, his hat just fell off. Originally, I was trying to make it go down here so it could be more around his waist, if that makes sense, but because of the way the shape of the pattern is, his front legs are in the way, and it kind of made it impossible to do that. So I went on my Discord and asked my Patreon friends. I was like, guys, what do I do? I've been staring at this for hours at this point, and I'm not sure what to do with this belt detailing. And Tracy, it was like the clouds parted, and she was like, why don't you just make it a collar? I was like, oh my gosh, genius. So this is the full Santa pup variation. Of course, it comes with the Santa coat, the collar detail, and then the hat that goes on the top of his head. I did use Feels Like Bliss yarn for the fuzzy white detailing that goes all around the coat and the hat, and the little pom-pom too. How cute is that? And then finally, the last Christmas pup variation. So I wanted to do 3, kind of to be symmetrical with the spooky pup dress up pattern. So the other one, you guys, is Snowman pup. So I did finish this sitting pup, of course. This was the one I think that I left you guys on. Snowman pup, oh my gosh, I love him so much. So this is kind of like a costume right here. It closes in the back, so it's removable that way. This hat just like fits over his head, and there's a little chin strap down here as well. So they are 2 separate pieces. He has the little top hat on top of his head. You could sew this to like the white part if you wanted to. I like mine to just be totally removable. And then there's also the scarf wrapped around his neck as well. So let me give you guys a closer look. He is so cute. I'm gonna try to get all 3 of them together in a little picture, but some of their hats might fall off. Okay, here we go. Yay! Look how cute they are together, you guys. The full Christmas pup dress up pattern bundle. This was such a labor of love, you guys, figuring out these patterns. Oh my gosh, it took me so long, and then also filming the tutorial took me a long time too, but it was so worth it. I'm really glad that I was able to film all 3 of the mods for you guys, because the sitting pup pattern is in the ghost pup tutorial. So for this tutorial, I was really able to focus on the mods and do all 3 of them. I was trying to do a Christmas tree variation where it was kind of like a Christmas tree costume. I tried it like 3 times and it just was not working. And I know that whenever that happens, I just need to scrap the idea and move on, which is how we got the Snowman pup. And actually some of my Patreon friends were saying that they were glad that the tree didn't work out because they really like how the snowman turned out. And today, as I'm filming this video, is actually my Palm Street Live today. So I'm going to be revealing this pattern at that live. I really hope everybody likes them. I also have 3 more outfits over there, 1 of each. So I'm able to offer 2 outfits per pup during the live. So I thought that would be really cool as well. And you guys, I told you I was on a little bit of a roll as I was pattern designing this week. So I also ended up writing the next pattern as well. And that pattern is the Yeti. It's the baby Yeti pattern. At the time that you guys are watching this video, this pattern is out. It released on the 12th. So this one right here was the prototype. I decided to make the body body just a little bit smaller because this one, it looked a little flat, kind of like a table up here and just like really wide, kind of in proportion to the head. So I decided to make it a little bit smaller, and that is how we ended up with the final version of the baby Yeti. So the idea behind this one is that he's just a baby. He can't walk on his two hind legs yet, so he just kind of waddles around on all four of his legs, just giving a little roar to everybody he sees. He's got this really cute fuzzy white detailing outlining his face. I also embroidered the little white fang detailing as well. He's got his cute little button nose. I love him so much. It's very unlike anything I've done before. I've never really done like a mythical creature before, I would say, but I really, really love him. He's so cute. And you guys, I have to show you this as well. A jumbo baby Yeti with custom 40mm sinker eyes. How cute is he? Oh my gosh, you guys, I love him so much. So these eyes are by Kayla from J&K Knotted Co. And then for the rest of the yarn, I just use Sweet Snuggles yarn with an 8mm hook. He turned out quite large, you guys. Look at all his little toe beans. He's got 4 toe beans on each foot. And I used really thick fur yarn detailing around the face on this one. So I think this is faux fur yarn from Michaels. I believe it's like loops and thread. Absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. This is going to be available during my Palm Street Live today. I really hope someone loves him. I did just get an order of yarn from Premier and it came in a relatively large box. So if anybody gets him today, then I'll probably be able to use that box to ship him on Monday. Ah, so cute. I might, oh my gosh, wait, is this just going to be like a catch-all video? So I'm going to show you guys my progress on the final pattern that I'm going to include in this video, but also, like I said, the Palm Street Live is going on later today. So tonight the plan is to finish designing the monkey pattern. So I might be filming a little bit tonight. It's just going to be kind of dark because it's going to be after hours, I guess. So at that point, I might share with you guys like everything that sold during the live. I have a lot of like larger items at this live. I don't have a lot of smaller items just because this is basically everything that I've organically made over the past few weeks. I haven't had that much time to dedicate to making specific inventory for this Palm Street Live because I have been running around like a mad woman trying to get everything done before I go on my honeymoon. So like filming videos, editing them, writing patterns, editing those, doing the tutorial, doing content on Instagram. It's just been like those have kind of been taking priority, if that makes sense. So I'll give you guys kind of the speed run, how that goes later. And then we'll write the final pattern together, which is Momo the monkey. You guys, this is the vision. This is all that I have right now. These are the 2 legs that will hang down from his body. I've been wanting to do a monkey for a really long time now with like long limbs, so the long legs and the long arms. I think I'm going to want the arms to be like really, really long. So maybe even almost down to like here from up here. Hopefully all of that is making sense as I'm saying that, because I want him to be so interactive. I want him to be able to swing from the ceiling fan. I want him to be like a backpack on your back. I want to be able to swing him around like nunchucks. This is the vision, you guys. If you've ever wondered what goes into my head as I'm designing patterns, this is kind of the idea. And I love the name Momo, so I want to name him Momo the monkey because how cute is that? So this is my progress so far. The time is currently 2:02, so I have about an hour before the Palm Street Live at 3. I'm going to spend that editing this video that I'm going to have to post next week because I know that if I get into pattern writing right now, it'll just stress me out and I'll just keep having to like look at the clock and I won't really be able to dive into it because when I pattern write, I get really focused and kind of like in the zone. Well, if it's a good pattern writing session, that will happen. I should say that. And I think the time crunch of having to do a Palm Street Live in an hour will kind of stress me out as I'm writing that. So I'm just going to edit for now, just getting out like all of the spaces where I'm not saying anything or all the spaces where I'm breathing. And then I will check back in with you guys later to give you the speed run and then we'll finish designing this guy. Alrighty, you guys, so quick check-in after the live. This is what our packing corner is looking like. As you can see here, my inventory for this Palm Street Live was quite quite different than what it normally is. You'll notice that pretty much everything is my own pattern and a pattern that I have designed very recently. And that is because all of this inventory is pretty much a direct result of me designing the patterns. So you'll see like some baby Yetis, you'll see the turkeys, Larry's back there, and then of course the Christmas pups. There's actually only 2 items in here that aren't my own pattern, and that is the cute little acorns that I have back there. That was actually for a collab that I did with somebody. So everything that you see here did sell. It was absolutely amazing, you guys. And then I think we also sold like 9 patterns, I believe. I wasn't really sure if everything was going to sell at this one just because I did have a lot of larger items. So like the jumbo Yeti, the Thanksgiving turkey, and the Larry. Normally I like to have more things that are in like the $15 to $25 price range, but because I've been so busy this week trying to get everything done before we leave, I really wasn't able to dedicate time like specifically to making things for the Palm Street Live. So that's why there's a lot of things here from when I was designing the patterns. I am really sad to see this guy go, you guys. Oh, I love him so much. The jumbo baby Yeti with the custom sinker eyes. They're so cute. So this ducky, this one actually didn't sell. I am giving this to Julia because Julia is just absolutely amazing. Like she's such a huge supporter of me on Palm Street and honestly everywhere else too. So she's gonna get a little bonus ducky included in her order. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've ever made a peach ducky. So that was really cool. It kind of gives me like Easter vibes. But I would say the thing at this market that probably was the best was the 3 Christmas pups. Everybody loved them so much. And this was the live where I revealed them for the first time. So unless you were like a YouTube member or a Patreon member, you didn't know what they were. The other thing I was really excited to do was, sorry, if you hear my slippers, that's like the texture of them on the floor. Sorry, I hope you can't hear that. I was able to do 2 outfits per pup, if that makes sense. So I think we auctioned the Santa pup first. So the person who got that one was able to choose between the Christmas light outfit and then also the snowman outfit, and they chose the snowman outfit. And then that kind of decided the other 2 pairings. But it was cool because I was able to do 2 outfits per pup so they can really like switch between the outfits if they wanted to. But yeah, you guys, I just wanted to come on real quick and share with you the results of this live since I wasn't going to do like a dedicated video for it this time. And as always, I am incredibly thankful to everybody for all of your support. So as you can see here, we have 3 baby Yetis. One of them is the jumbo one. We have a jumbo Thanksgiving turkey. There is a jumbo Larry back there. Hopefully you can see him okay. We have 2 more turkeys over here and then the 2 acorns. So it was really like a Thanksgiving / Christmas themed market here. And now I am full on in pattern writing mode. As you can see here, it is after hours vibes in the Alley Crochet studio. So I was showing you guys before, I have the 2 legs done here. And of course I want it to be a kind of like a long limb monkey. Honestly, you guys, I can't remember what I recorded before. I can't remember what I told you guys and what I said on the Palm Street Live. Everything kind of blurs together, but the 2 legs are done. I am working on the arms now. So this is what I have for the arms so far. The idea is that the thumbs will be standing straight up like that, and that hopefully the arms will be able to be crocheted directly into the body. And I'm trying to think about how I want the proportions to be. If these are the legs, I think I want the body to be like kind of round and stumpy. I think that would be really cute. And then I think I want the arms to be really long, kind of like if we're measuring them based on the legs, probably like that different. So the arms are definitely going to be longer than the legs, which is going to be a lot because these legs were like many rounds long. So I'm kind of a little bit nervous to see how long the arms are going to be, but we are going to make as many rounds as it takes for these rounds to resemble what is in my noggin right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep making some rounds here until I think that the arm is long enough. Wish me luck. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I finished the pattern last night. Through making this video, I have realized that I am absolutely terrible with filming the whole process of pattern writing. Part of it is because I feel like it would kind of be boring because literally pattern writing was me last night sitting here for 5 hours in total silence just trying to figure out how everything works. Maybe one day I'll figure out a more interesting way to do it. A girl can dream. But until then, it's time to show you guys the finished product. So So I present to you guys for the very first time ever, Momo the monkey! Yes, Momo the monkey. You guys, I love him so much. This is exactly what I was going for. I wanted him to have these very long limbs so you could just do literally whatever with him. You can fling him around. I made sure to like reinforce, well, I used a lot of stitches when attaching him. There's like 6 and I think even 8 stitches sometimes to attach them. Because like I said, the purpose is to be able to fling him around a bunch, so I wanted the limbs to be really secure into the body. He can swing between the trees. You can do one of these with him. I definitely want to do a reel where he's like swinging from my ceiling fan with the chandelier song in the background, of course. We could also probably do some like, I'm not gonna be able to film this. We could also probably do some like nunchuck actions with him. He's just a very versatile little guy. He'll hang up like that. You could even grab him from his leg and he could hang this way. And let me give you guys a little close-up of his face. He's so cute. He is definitely low, so the tail and all the limbs are crocheted directly into the body. The nose, of course, is also crocheted directly in, and the hair on the top. The only sewing required for this one are the ears to the head and then the head to the body. Also, you could kind of do one of these, I guess. You could hang out a little bit. I don't know. The original idea was to be able to have him on the back here and just kind of like hold him like a backpack. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Wait. Oh, how adorable is that? You know what this reminds me of? Did you guys ever see the Star Wars bad lip reading video with the seagulls and he's riding on his back? If you don't know what I'm talking about, be sure to go look at that so I don't sound crazy. Anyway, you guys, I think that wraps it up for today's video. That is enough pattern writing for one video. Gosh, I've been filming this video over the course of a pretty long time. So I believe we did Thanksgiving turkey, Christmas pups, Yeti, and this guy. Oh my goodness. It has been a busy week. So you guys, that wraps it up for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you're crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you're making in the comments. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!